and I want to get thorough knowledge about that so that I can find the better
What is your
opportunity in
module
the
of
SAP.
skill? How many years experience you have?
I'm having around 8 years of experience as a business consultant. Module is SAP
So you
MM.
have 8 years experience in SAP MM.
No, I do not
No,
have.
how many years experience in SAP MM? No, how many years
Sorry?
experience in SAP MM?
MM I do not have, so I'm a business consultant. As is, let's say it is completely about your business requirements. Also, this is all kind of that profile is mine. So like, so, I mean like the where I have taken the course, right? So they will suggest me to, because let's say my profile matches with the business requirement and all. So they suggested me to do SAP MM. So I have done that course. But SAP implementation is something
Okay,
which
now how
I
many
want to
years
do now.
complete? I mean, so almost how many years you are into SAP when you completed your SAP MM course?
It's been 3 months.
So you are recently within this year only you are looking for SAP MM. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so thanks, Mano. Okay, so please we'll see the demo session. So then we'll come to know about implementation projects. So as a consultant, what they are delivering in the projects. So what benefits we are going to get it. So send up this project. Demo session you'll get that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Vijay, could you explain about yourself?
Hi.
Yes.
Is it audible? Yes. Hi. Good evening, all. I'm Digvijay and based out in Pune. I'm total having 6 years of the experience in SAP SD, and out of that, 4 years I have worked in a customized project, and 2 years I have worked on a standard functionality of the SD. I've been working on a SAP
Okay,
SD
so these
module.
2 years, what are the deliverables in SAP SD module you have? What kind of projects you have delivered?
Support project. Total 6 years of the experience, it is a support project only.
Okay, so no, but SAP SD is 2 years, right?
And no. Total, I'm having 6 years of the experience in SAP SD. The first 2 years I have worked on a standard functionality, but it is also in a support project. And currently, since 4 years, I have been working in a SAP SD, but the whole project is a customized project. So I'm not using any standard T code in my
You have around 8
last
years
4 years.
experience. So what is it? 6 years.
No,
6 years.
total
Okay,
6 years. Total 6 years.
Okay, so what is the reason you are looking for a implementation project? So you already have a good experience.
Yeah. Yes. Currently, I have facing the interviews. In that, they particularly asking how many implementation you have done, or how many rollout or conversion project you have done. Like that question they are asking first, and after that, means such kind of thing is happening with me, and they are not even processing my resume.
So that is the reason.
So I just
you are
thought,
looking for implementation project training.
yeah.
So have you gone through any demo session earlier? Maybe I think Mara Technologies, more than 10 plus years they are doing this implementation project. So have you ever gone through the demo sessions about implementation projects?
No. I got such information. I have joined the general channels on the WhatsApp. So where I guess Kalpita's post was there, and I have just shown the interest. And based on that, she has contacted me about this. So thought that to join, and let's see means what will be the deliveries from the your side about the conversion project and these things.
So thanks, Vijay. We'll move for demo session in 5 minutes. So Mohammed, could you please introduce yourself?
So I have already done. I mean, so last introduction was myself itself.
Tanmay, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. My name is Tanmay, and actually, I have a 6 years of experience overall in the SAP, but as end user. and core competencies probably in accounts payable and vendor master. I've done the SAP FICO course also last year, but yes, as Digvijay said, I also facing problems like in interview or in screening round, HR asking for the any end-to-end implementation have been done or not. So it's very quite it's difficult to explain that I have not done any end-to-end implementation. But yes, as in overall 6 years of experience, I'm using SAP. Also in SAP Ariba, SAP Concur also. I've done the implementation, but as a SAP Ariba for as an end user only, but not in a technical part. But I have that caliber or you can say background of SAP in especially FI module. But currently working as in accounts payable as an end user and a
Okay.
vendor master.
So what about configurations point of view, APR, asset, so GL, so how good you are in configurations?
I've not done any configuration actually, but if I feel like I can be a good match, but rather than CO, but I've completed the course. I understand that profit center,
Okay.
cost center, but it's I feel that CO is more difficult than FI. But FI actually I covered for the company creation, accounts payable, and vendor master creation,
Okay. So you
but not done any end-to-end implementation. I just done in the
okay looking for
course
FI or
actually.
CO? Okay.
Probably for FI.
So in addition to that, CO also
Yeah.
coming in addition to that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So thanks, Tanmay. Yeah. So next, Venkat, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. So as our colleagues said, same thing. I'm also in same boat. Like I have 8+ years of experience, but those 8 years of experience in SAP SD as a end user, and I did like complete O2C process testing. And I'm very familiar with the configurations because some of the projects I worked as AMS also. Oh, so yeah, but looking for completely convert to functional consultant towards
So you
SAP
have
S
8 years
HANA.
experience
Yeah, but complete it is a
testing.
testing.
Okay. 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 Good.
Yeah, but I am very good with the
Mhm.
processes and the configurations and the flows
Mhm.
because I used to test entire application with the front ends and I mean front applications, back end applications. So how what all are the configurations we are doing, everything I know because whatever the projects I am handled, even some of the configurations also
Mhm.
I did.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Venkat. So yeah,
Yeah.
next, yeah, Pranali. So could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, first of all, very good evening. Myself Pranali Halmare. I'm a SAP SD consultant having 5.2 years of experience. I did work on rollout project as well as the support projects, and I've also worked on the one of the implementation project, but not end to end, because when I joined the implementation, few of the steps like as is to be process or documentation part BBP, these things were already done. So I've just like have quite a lag of this part according to implementation project as well. So yeah, that's the reason I just wanted to know more about it.
Okay. Great. Okay, so let's move to the demo session. So before going to demo, let me introduce about myself. Myself Dhanush. So I have more than 17 plus years of experience in SAP. So started as a SAP consultant, so then senior consultant, solution architect, then manager. So now I'm into the delivery. And so about implementation project. So implementation project is not a 1 month training, 2 months training, or 3 months training. So it's like a completely it's a over 1 year journey with a client and with collecting the requirements from a client. So based on then what are the then as a consultant how we can able to start preparing the fit to standard. So how to prepare the BPD workshop. So there are so many deliverables. So we are going to see that. So before that, but whether this implementation project training with Mara technologies, so whether this training is sufficient, whether whatever the 1 year, so we are learning in client side, whether these 2 months training program, how it is going to helpful. So and what are the deliverables? So let's say Hindustan Unilever Private Limited. So they are implementing SAP or they are doing rollout, but now there is a consultant, they are working in the project. So how the project deliverables for day to day activate methodologies, like what are the preparation phase, explore phase. So like phase by phase, what are the activity we are going to deliver. So how these kind of deliverables, right? So any projects, suppose if you are as a building constructions, or if you are going to do designing the car also, so designing the new applications with the .NET Java. So end of the day, we need a methodology, right? So the same thing in SAP also we called as a activate methodology. So this activate methodology, so it is going to helpful. SAP is designed this methodology. It's not IBM, Accenture kind of company. SAP itself, they designed this activate methodology. So based on the the phases, right? So phases is nothing but the group of deliverables in one particular phases. Maybe the phases will take maybe 1 month or some, based on the project we are going to enhance that, right? Okay. So before that we discussed, so most of them you guys are told that I attended the interviews, and the questions arises whether do you have implementation project experience, or whether do you have any kind of rollout project, conversion projects, or kind of enhancement project. So the concept is in industry, even you have a 5 years experience, 8 year experience, doesn't matter for them. So whether do you have in your profile how many years end-to-end implementation project. Second thing, how many end-to-end implementation project in SAP S4HANA. So nowadays, completely in the last 4 5 years, completely is SAP S4HANA related business requirements, right? So what HR will do? So they have a project, 100 plus project they received. Let's say TCS is received for all the 100 plus projects, related mostly related to for implementation projects. So they need resources. So those the resources will do direct. Maybe some experienced consultant, they will collecting the business requirements in front of client. He will be working maybe on site, and he is going to demonstrate the business process to the customer to get the business requirements, and starting the BPD, everything. But as a for the same work will not be all the consultant will not be done for the same work. So another set of consultant, so they are going to, it's a lead consultant. So lead consultant, yes, he is also going to solution architect. End of the day, he is going to design the solutions for all the module. And the lead consultant, right, for all the module, SD, FI, PP, EWM, FICO. So the lead consultant, he is going to deliver the projects. Okay. So now solution architect, yes, is required for all the projects. So there is a opportunity, but we cannot become a solution architect over the period. So that requires minimum, over 5 years experience or 7 years experience, even 10 years experience. But what about the lead consultant? So the lead consultant also, you should have work at least minimum 3+ end-to-end implementation project should be done, right? Even though you have a 5 years experience, 10 years experience, but client will expect, or even our company project manager also will expect the implementation project experience is required, so that we can become a lead consultant. Okay, so third positions, there is a consultant. Okay, so what the consultant will do? So this consultant will do help the lead consultant. So what kind of activities he is going to do that? So he is going to collecting the, suppose he is collecting the business, he is demonstrating the business process. For demonstrating business process, let's say for we call it as a fit to standard workshop. Fit to standard workshop is nothing but for all the module. So there is the initial phase where we are going to demonstrating the business process based on SAP best practices, based on the process flow diagrams and everything. We are going to demonstrate. So client side, they will say there are currently we are doing like this process, and currently we have these all the gaps are there, and currently these are all the forms we are going to be used. Currently in this process there are some price issues, how we can able to calculate the prices. So then there are some kind of reports. So all the discussions will be there during the fit to standard workshop. So now the consultant and the lead consultant job is, the solution architect job is, solution architect, he will design wherever customization is there. So we are going to tell that, he will tell that, okay, so we'll may give a solutions, let's say for MM and SDs integrating, especially for consignment process. So they will say that the price point of view will update in the sales order, we'll pick the price from the sales order, then we will do the consignment settlement in MRKO. So in this case that will be nullified, so the price will not be taken from the purchase order info record. So it's a simple example I'm telling. Okay, so the same way, like so many process, so many practical challenges will be there, and they will not use 100% standard business process, right? So 100% standard process, maybe out of 10 process, maybe 4 process, maybe standard process will fit. Rest of the 6 process, I mean 6 process, somewhere there is a kind of enhancements, somewhere there is a kind of new development will be there. So like that, the client business process will be there. Okay, it's not like all the client, I'm telling majority of the clients, they have a challenges. Okay, so next, as I told you, solution architect, he is going to design the solutions. Next, lead consultant, he is going to demonstrate the business process and everything. So 80% he will take care. Wherever the 20% gaps are there, solution architect will help and make the client to happy to provide the solutions, whether it is a customization or standard. But end of the day, yes, it is possible. We can achieve through enhancement. We can achieve through, there is a kind of forms, or there is achieve, you can achieve through workflow, whatever rise up objects. So he will give us solutions. Okay, so finally they will decide, okay, how many rise up is allowed within the budget, how many rise if it is excess, so how much cost, budget, everything company will take care, right? So then we will, if it is really required, then we'll go for design. But at the end of the day, we have to give a solution. This kind of process, yes, it's available, we can achieve it, whether standard or customization, doesn't matter. But we should know, we should tell them, yes, it's possible, or if it is not possible, why it is not possible, you have to tell that. So now third one, consultant, that's what I'm telling. So now you guys are most of them have a good experience. Some of them have relevant experience. So what we can do, so we can promote ourselves as a consultant. So how to promote ourselves as a consultant? At least minimum over 3 to 4 projects we have to update in your profile. So how we can able to update? So you are worked in the implementation project, I worked in a support project. So the roles and responsibility, so involved, I was involved in the fit to standard workshop, I was involved in the BPD workshop, I was involved in the rise up objects, the preparation of functional specifications. So anyhow, that and all we will help you. Okay, so anyhow, this demo, I think we don't have much time, otherwise it will go for 2 hours. So the consultant job is, so whatever the third position I told, solution architect, lead consultant, and the consultant. So now everyone, you guys, whoever is attending the demo session, so you want to become a consultant, you want to get into implementation project, or you want to, first you want to clear your technical round interview. Before that, they have to shortlist your profile. After shortlist your profile, you have to technically, you have to prove. So how you will prove that? So you should work in implementation project, because their expectation implementation project you worked or not, then only they are filtering your profile. Now you updated, yes, I have a 2 implementation project experience, like that. So now your profile is shortlisted, but how we are going to clear the technical round interview? Correct. For that technical round interview, so this 2 months project is going to helpful. So that is what we are going to see, what these 2 months we are going to do that, how, what is the test. See, most of the people will say, so whatever course you study, but you should have the skills, right? So that skill is nothing but your SAP MM, SD, FIPO. So the skills, you have to give more important actually. So we people were not giving much important, just I completed SAP courses, I am certified, so I'm not getting a job, because you are not increase, you are not get your skill, you are not spend more time on the skill, right? So now with if you put your time, if you spend some time on your module and spend it, and integration related and your module specific and everything, so 100% you can get the job, you can clear the job. Okay, so only we are 50-50 point of view we are working, so we have some challenges. Anyhow, so these 2 months, if you are putting 100% efforts, so this will equal to minimum 3 to 4 years of implementation project consultant. So then your profile will be shortlisted, then you can clearly, your technical interview also, you can easily crack it. Okay, so let's move on the next the deliverables. Okay, so about Mara Technologies, so more than 10 plus, almost 15 years now. So what they are going to do, so they are going to teach their implementation project training. So if you see in this market, okay, there are so many in Hyderabad, Pune, and even Chennai, Bangalore, so many training institutes are there. But this kind of implementation project training, so they couldn't able to provide, because individual module, maybe there is a possibility they can give the implementation project training. But here, these 2 months, so what we are going to do, so we are going to make it as a team, like we have MM consult, MM trainees, SD trainees, FI, BP, EWM, and FICO. So all the modules trainings we are going to connecting in a online, right? So nowadays I think we have office in Chennai and Bangalore, but people are from Pune, so we cannot make it offline. So nowadays 100% everything is online. Okay. So second thing, um, we are going to conduct so daily. So the project is how the project is going to be executed. So first they are going to give you the project requirements. Okay. So they are going to give you the scope of the projects. So based on the scope of the project, they will. Okay. So after what you will demonstrate your module specific business process. So after that you have to prepare the next. What you will do, so you will prepare the minutes of meeting for each and every business process about org structure. So what we have discussed, how many company codes they have, so in that how many plants they have, how many purchase organization, sales organization, and even distribution channel divisions, like let's say for org structure point of view, profit center, cost center, right? Chart of account and everything we will decide. So then something they will they have to provide the number ranges for this document type. So everything there is a open points we have to define. So then there is a pending with if anything the client has to be provided to consultant. So these are all the action points we have to specify in that, right? So this is the activity. So for the preparation phase, initial phase, we will be doing that. Okay, so now about modern technologies, so the same kind of exposure. So whatever I explained in the client side, maybe there is a 1 year project, 2 years project, but we are making, so within 2 months, how much knowledge you can transfer. So within the 2 months time, also it's a very big time for you, right? So how we can able to make it within these 2 months? So 100% project we can deliver it. So who will deliver the project? So we have a champion. So what champion as a consultant, what they will do, so they are going to help you. Okay, so they are going to help you in the what all the perspective they are going to help you. So how to prepare the fit to standard workshop, so how to demonstrating to the customer, how to prepare the minutes of meeting, so how to prepare the BPD, business blueprint, so how to design the process flow diagram, so then how to review the business flow diagram, how to get the sign off. So then rise up objects. One of the most important is the rise up objects. Object is, especially in, most of them didn't attend any interview for the implementation project. If you said yes, I have experience, and the profile shortlisted, they are shortlisted for your interview. So the rise up object will be more important. So they will ask you these questions. If you say that no, I didn't work on enhancements, no, I didn't work on interfaces, I didn't work on forms, I didn't work on the workflow or conversion objects. So then people will think that okay, you don't have any experience, because any implementation project, right? Any implementation project, so we have a forms, right? What in every module there is a smart forms. So either purchase order or sales order or production order or check printing or EWM pick list. So anything, all the module we have a smart forms. So these smart forms, you have to design the functional specification, how the form should be. Where is the header, where is the main window, what is the what do you call footer. So what are the content in the form, so where the logo should be printed, so which company code, which logo has to be designed. So item details like item, material description, quantity, unit of measurements. Then there is a VAT, tax percentage, net amount, subtotal, VAT after VAT. So VAT 5%, then net amount in VAT. So there are so many things. So just simple example. So you have to design. So where this amount in words, how, in which functional module you can print it. So there is a functional module concept is there. There is a table is there. There is a kind of structure is there. So right. So these are the technically we need to learn. So we will provide the training also in addition to that. Okay. So now, so how to prepare the functional specification in forms, report, interfaces, enhancements, workflow, and conversion. Okay. So that part we will discuss again. Okay, so then what next? So after that, for these 2 months training, so after so yeah, so we talk about like the business. I mean, demonstrating the business process to the customer. So we talk about like minutes of meetings about the individual process. So we talk about the uh, uh, business blueprint, how to prepare the business blueprint. So how to prepare the, so whether we need to include in the blueprint what are the RISE objects. Okay, there are two forms is involved in the process. There are, so this form we have to explain. So these are two interfaces involved in the process. So everything, the RISE point of also will be there in the blueprint. So on the last page, so we have to include, so what are the RISE objects, so everything. Okay, so blueprint is not simple way, but still you have to understand the requirement and understand the business. Then you have to design the process flow diagrams. So then you have to design the forms, what all the forms are involved in this particular process, what all the any customized reports are there, or any interfaces are there, or any in a conversion objects. I mean, conversions will not be part of this, but at least any workflow kind of things are there in the process. So if yes, then you have to define in the business blueprint. Okay, so Mara Technologies, I think, I don't want to talk about much on that. So let's jump into the next slides. So SAP, so Mara Technologies, we are doing implementation projects, we are doing support projects, rollout project, migration project, even project manager trainings, and solution architect training also will be. Okay, so that we will help you in your profile how you can prepare your CV. Okay, so that is also we are going to help you. So after completion of this end-to-end implementation projects, so you have to make sure your profile. So that is more important. So how many end-to-end implementation projects, how many support project, rollout project, migration project, right, enhancement project. So these projects and client and roles and responsibility, everything we are going to help you. Okay, so you no need to worry about that. So and even don't go with your thoughts actually. So we will you share your CV. So then we will make it 3 to 4 clients with the deliverables and everything, and we will teach you how you can able to talk, how to clear the interviews. Project by project, you have the deliverables, right? So you also should be comfortable on that. So we have a special separate connect with you, and we will make sure to have to understand about a complete business project in your whatever we have added in your profile. Okay. Yeah, so the Activate methodology. So as I told you, so this implementation project based on Activate methodology. So we have 6 phases. Start from discover phase, preparation phase, explore phase, realization phase, deployment phase, and run phases. Okay. So these 6 phases, what we are going to do that, right? So what are the deliverables are more important, and what are the deliverables? Here end of the day, you are going to deliver all the deliverables. Okay. So here we are not going to do anything for you. So we are backend, we are the champions, will be in backend, and you are a consultant, will be in front end, right? So daily we have a sessions, weekly 5 days we have a sessions, and even Saturday also we have a rise up objects. So people so we are going to maximum how we can able to give you the technical knowledge for you within these 2 months. So how this is going to helpful to clear your technical round interview also. Okay, so now talk about the discover phase. So we are going to scope document. Okay, so what the scope document is nothing but it's completely the business requirements. It's like a Bible, right? So let's say you are into SD module, like what all the org structure, what all the master data they have, and everything. Because every company they have a ERP, right? So SAP company, whoever wants to implement SAP, they don't have any, it doesn't mean they don't have any kind of ERP, right? So because every company they have Oracle systems, they have Ramco systems, so they have uh, uh, we can say there are for example, yeah, so there are customized ERP, there are so many customized ERPs there, and so they have this kind of without this ERP, this company, directly they will not implement SAP, correct? So because 10 years 15 years they are into, they are running ERP, and they have data, huge data will be there. So only those company, big companies only, they will come for SAP, right? So everybody will change their because for the money it doesn't matter. So then only they will come for SAP, right? So yeah. So now the discover phase, that the scope document, as I told you, for every module we have a list of process. So this document will give it to you. right? So now how you will understand the business requirement? So we as a scope document, okay? The scope document which contains about all the business requirements, the scope documents which contains about all the business process of your modules, right? Maybe MM module there are 15 process, SD module there are 17 process, EWM module there are 15 process, or FICO module they have a 25 process. So every module they have a specific process. So you have to go through the scope document, and this scope document which contains about detailed information about architecture, master data, and P2P process, O2C process, and production related process, or EWM related process, or finance related process, right? So this scope document we are going to provide you. This is a Bible for you. Okay. So what we will do with this scope documents? So further deliverable is, so as I told you, there is a fit to standard workshop, right? What is fit to standard workshop? So we have to demonstrate, okay, these are all the process currently you have. So in SAP, these are all the process. We will explain how the process, who is, what is the roles and responsibility, right? So suppose, let's say a simple example, purchaser. Purchaser is the role, right? So then what they will do, who is going to create the purchase requisition, who is going to create the purchase order. So next there is a purchase manager. So what is their role? Who is going to approve the purchase order? So then there is a warehouse clerk, okay, who is going to receive the material. Okay, then warehouse clerk is going to do transfer the material from one plant to another plant. So again he can issue the material also to production, to cost center also he can issue it. Okay, so now warehouse manager is responsible for all the materials availability and everything, the MRP related activities, or even receiving. So how much inventories are there? So this role, warehouse manager is the role who is going to take care of that. So next there is a accounts payable accountant. Okay, he is going to booking the incoming invoice. Okay, so this is just a roles. So when we are talking about purchase requisition, purchase order, approving the purchase order, so then goods receipt, then we have a invoice verification. So on top of that, there is a role, right? Purchaser, purchase manager, warehouse clerk, then accounts payable accountant. So when you are going to showcase the process to the customer, so based on this role, we are going to demonstrate. So then they will understand, oh, this is a role in SAP they have given. Okay, so because SAP means there is the whole top, 500 fortune companies, SAP is there. They knows what is the role has to be called. So maybe the company client which we are implementing, they'll be happy. Oh, this is what SAP. So then we also have to follow. This is all the roles. Okay, we have to, these roles are all new for them, right? SAP consultant or maybe SAP client, they understand these roles and all. But now when we are newly implementing, it's a completely new for them. So as a consultant, we have to showcase the process based on the business roles. Okay, so now you understood. So how this fit to standard workshop we are going to conduct to the customer. So then there is a minutes of meeting also, right? MOM also we have to prepare for this process. What all the discussion we have done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So what all the target point is, okay, this has to be received from client. This is has to be, I have to, consultant has to send this information to them. So like that, whatever points as action point also I have to mention in that. Okay. Okay. So second one is like a questionnaires, right? What is questionnaires? See, some clients what happen, we will prepare as a questionnaires. So I have 100 questions about the process, right? So this is very rarely, but but still this kind of clients also is there. So you have to prepare the questionnaires, and these questionnaires you have to submit to them. So they will revert back. Okay, so they will, okay, how many clients, how many company codes, and how many currently you have, because already they have SAP. So we have to explain, maybe there is a kind of migration or there is a kind of rollout. So we have to go with this questionnaires related business, collecting the business requirements. Okay, so then workshop. So I think now you understand what is the workshop and what we need to demonstrate. So what is the outcome of this workshop? So everything we have discussed. Okay. So next we are going to move for preparation phases. Okay, preparation phase, now we are going to discuss about the project organization structure, finalization. So then we are going for the kickoff meeting. So now every project, as I told you, there is a solution architect. Under the solution architect, there is a module lead, right? Lead consultant MM, lead consultant SD, lead consultant FICO, lead consultant PPQM, lead consultant EWM, lead consultant basis, lead consultant ABAP, right? Okay, so now, so we are going to then consultant also, right? MM consultant, SDF, all the module consultant also. Okay, so on top of the solution architect, there is a project manager, there is a delivery manager, there is a program manager, whatever. Okay, fine. So even including CEO also we have to give, because see, client is investing money, right? Maybe let's say for 10 crores they are investing for that. For the 10 crores, you cannot bluff it. So end of the day, if there is an issue, maybe that maybe the CEO of the company, they can write a mail to CEO of the implementing company, or even project manager to delivery manager. So whatever it may be. So here everything should be open. So who is the CEO? Who is the delivery director? Who is the program manager? Who is the project manager? Who is the solution architect, lead consultant, everything. Okay. So now the kickoff meeting is nothing but to understand who is the MM consultant, who is SD consultant, who is lead consultant, who is solution architect. So everything, right? Okay. So next we are going to discuss about the BPML. So business process master list. Okay, business process map list, master list. Let's say. So BPML is nothing but the list of process. Okay, suppose you are talking about MM module, like what are the process, right? So we have a local procurement, that is one of the process. Then import procurement, that is another process. Then subcontracting procurement. So then stock transfer, intercompany stock transfer, intra-company stock transfer, and the plant maintenance procurement, and the production order reference procurement, project system reference procurement. So then cost center specific procurement. So still we have, right? So drop shipment, third party procurement. So same thing like SD module, FI module, PP module also. This BPML will be identified, right? So first you should know what all the process they have. SAP, there are 100 process. So are we going to implement all the 100 process? No. So what are all the process you are going to be implemented? So this 15 process in MM module, this 17 process in SD module. So then this process only you have to talk about. This process only you have to give a demonstration to the customer. So this 17 15 process only you have to prepare the business blueprint. So these 15 process only you have to say everything, test scripts and everything, unit testing, integration, user acceptance, all the test scripts has to be prepared only for based on this 15 process BPML only. So this is more important. BPML is nothing but business process master list. What all the what all the BPML process we have identified. So only those process we are going to be implemented. Okay, so next we'll talk about the explore phase. Explore phase, what we are going to do, right? So here there is a fit to standard workshop. Okay, as I told you, right? So now we have a BPML. So every module there is a number of process, MMSD, FI, PP, EWM, all the module we have a number of process. So this number of process only we are going to demonstrate. So that is nothing but fit to standard. Okay. So then there is we have a minutes of meeting is there. So right. So already we discussed. So this is also we have to send it end of the day to the customer. So then we have to gap analysis. As I told you, during the fit to standard workshop, there is a gaps, right? So how you are going to identify the gaps? So maybe they have a forms, they have a reports, they have interfaces, they have an enhancement, they have a workflow, correct? So all the RISE object we have to be addressed. So next we are going to move for the BPD. So business blueprint. So business blueprint, so we have a template. So you will be working. So this project, so you will be working as a BPD. So you are going to design the process. You are going to design the process flow diagrams, right? As I told you, purchaser, what he is doing. Okay, he's creating the PR. Okay, so now next this PR is any approval? Yes. Then after approved, it will go for purchase order creation. Who will create? I mean, a purchaser role, they will create the purchase order. So after purchase order, whether the POS gets approved, yes, then it will goes to, so then then it will go to the warehouse, sorry, purchase manager. He is going to approve the purchase order. Next, warehouse manager, he is going to receive the goods receipt. Then accounts payable accountant is going to create the invoice, right? Incoming invoice or Miro invoice verifications. Okay. So now this process flow diagram, you have to prepare it. So we will guide you, we will help you. So how to prepare it? So for every module consultant, right? So this kind of exposure, this kind of, why we are giving, I can give you on behalf of you. End of the day, until and otherwise, if you are not designed, if you are not prepared this blueprint, if you are not designed the process flow diagram, so you will not get the confident. If somebody is asking the interview questions, could you tell me, so what are the challenges you faced during the business blueprint? So could you explain about that? What is blueprint? What does it contains? What are the challenges? So then you can talk about that, right? So in this, then you can talk about the what is blueprint. The blueprint which contains about as is process. Blueprint we have designed as a to be process, and the blueprint which we have, designed the process flow diagrams. So the we have the the blueprint we have mentioned about the integration points also. So then we have the rise up objects, we have what all the forms, reports, interfaces, enhancements. So in this, in our current project, I faced there is a issues with the consignment process. So in this consignment there is a enhancement, so we have designed for this is a process, but SAP standard getting the settlement from that particular info record POs, but they are expected. So during the delivery only they come to know what is the actual price. So we pick it from the sales order. So we based on that particular 601 delivery, so we have settled with the sales order price. So like that we can talk more, correct? So see, end of the day, blueprint is nothing but just to copy paste and design, and it's not like that. So what is the process, what is the challenges, I mean what is the customizations or what is the gaps? So how you have addressed what the gaps, you should know about the gaps, you should tell the as a story, okay, this is the business requirements, then what is the solutions, so how you give a solutions, so how you address the solution. So these are all you have to talk in interview, correct? So that kind of exposure you will be getting while preparing the business blueprint. So next there is a data migration approach. Okay, data migrations is nothing but, so we are going to upload the data, in the deployment phase. But now we are talking about data migrations because clients should understand what is the how the template looks. Because here there are multiple sheets are there in SAP, but they will worry about, okay, how we can I have a single sheet of records, but how it is possible to divide it into 10 sheets. So these are all the challenges we'll face. So immediately if we provided and have a sessions and we have to tell them we need the data in such a way that, so then it will take some time for them also, correct? So the data migrations for every module like a master, right? We have met in, especially for MM module, like a material master, vendor master, right? Source list, then service master, quota arrangement, and service master, and open purchase order, open contract, open scheduling agreement. Same thing SD module also, FI module, PP module also, bill of material, works and routing, and open production order, correct? For EWM also, FICO also. So we have a GL master, we have a vendor master, we have a customer master, we have a bank master, we have asset master, we have a GL balance, vendor balance. So all the balance, right? Customer opening balance, bank opening balance. So everything we need to upload it. So for that, first in SAP, so there is a migration cockpit, right? There is a LTMC. So we call now it's migration cockpit. So you can download the template, you can test it, and if it is working fine, then you can send the template to the customer. Then customer, will fill the data, correct? So next we are talking about the authorization roles and assignments. Okay, authorization roles and assignment is also for the deployment phase, right? Before deployment, yeah, these roles everything has to be tested. So which roles is nothing but, suppose you are a FICO consultant. In FICO module, let's say for there are 50 users are there, right? So 50 users, 10 users they are for GL, the 10 users for accounts payable, 10 users for accounts receivable, 10 users for um, asset. So another 10 users, some management users, managers, like that. So now you have to design for GL master users what all the apps has to be assigned, and accounts payable user what all the apps reports we have to be assigned, accounts receivable user what all the apps, what all the reports we have to be assigned. So managers what all the apps and what all the reports has to be assigned. So these are all the as a consultant, right? So you can think about that I am SD consultant. So why I know basic configuration, but you're talking about in the client side, definitely we need to deliver. So these are all not a big challenges until you deliver one project, right? Suppose until you learn swimming, you'll scare, oh, how I can jump into the well. So even there is a kid also, 6 years kid also, he will jump and he will do. But as a 20 years or a 30 years persons cannot. The problem is he somebody guided, correct, somebody guided, helped. So that is the reason still he is looking. So you have to work one project. So that is what the Mara technologies they are going to assist. There is a consultant, they are going to assist with you, and you can able to, on with the help of him, you can able to learn first what how to prepare this document. So then you can able to deliver it. Okay. So this authorization roles, just I'm explaining what is authorization roles. So we have to create the role. So that is also not our, that is a basis and security consultant will create. So you have to tell them purchaser, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apps has to be assigned. Purchase manager, 1, 2, 3 apps has to be assigned. So you should know what are all the apps applicable for purchaser role, what are all the apps applicable for purchase manager role, what are all the apps applicable for warehouse clerk role, what are all the apps is nothing but all the transaction reports, fact sheets, and all the kind of reports. Okay, so what all the apps are applicable for accounts payable accountant role, same thing like for SD, same thing like for all the module I'm talking, right? So this authorization roles and assignment, first you have to prepare it. So then they will create the role, then they will assign the role to the respective user. As I told you, FSU accounts payable 10%, they will assign for 10 people accounts payable related roles. So when we are logged in, so only that particular, let's say 15 apps they have assigned, only 15 apps only the user can able to view. But here what will be the challenges? So why we need to test it? Because so let's say there are 10 company codes, 10 profit center, 10 chart of accounts. So what happened, that authorization assignment, right? Organization point of view, they might not assign properly. So user one belongs to 1,000 company code. So he might not used any company code also. So what happened? All the 5, 10 company codes, report, he can able to see that. So that is a wrong practices, correct? So same way, there are so many test cases are there, especially for the roles and assignments. So we need to do that. Okay. Okay. Next, we will talk about the realization phase. Okay, realization phase. So then we have a what we will do. There is a configurations. Okay. So till now what we have discussed, we discussed about fit to standard workshop. We discussed about like BPD preparations and everything. So now we are talk about the realizations. Okay, realizations where we do the configuration. So now you are happy. Yes, I know the configuration. So when if they provided the SAP server, I can do the configurations. Correct. Okay, but configurations and all, everyone can do that. So nowadays that and all not the challenges. So configuration can be done, but the real challenges is the understanding the business requirements. So give a solution to the customer. So that is the only challenges. Okay, so definitely you will have the exposure. So whoever are not good, we will train up. We will provide the training also. So start from architecture, master it, all the process, everything in individual module. So you will get the training also in addition to that, okay, to do the configurations, because we have a consultant champion, so they will do that. So you no need to worry about that. So they will help you at any time. So people are from morning 9 o'clock to till 6, 7 they are working. So definitely you can able to connect with them, so they will help you at any time. Okay, so configuration we have started. Okay, so we know the landscape of SAP. We have a development server, we have a quality server, we have a production server, right? So in development server, there are three different clients. So we have a golden development, we have a golden development for functional, golden development for technical, then there is a testing development. Okay, in development itself, there is one testing clients will be there. So three clients will be created. So when it comes to quality server, there are two different client. There is a possibility. So some client they will create only one client. Some client they will create two client also. Okay. So let's say there is a integration testing and there is a user acceptance testing. Okay. So or maybe both we can do it in a single server also in quality. So that is also possible. So when you come to the production, there are two different client again. So one is pre-production server, another one is a production server. Okay. What is pre-production? So pre-production, maybe they will tell that, okay, I want to run the parallel run. What is parallel run? So currently I have a, let's say 2025. So from Jan to till April, whatever transaction is happened, that I need to put it in the pre-production server. I will run the cycle. So then they will start upload all the master data. Then they will run, start creating all the POs, all the sales order, all the EWM activities, right? So all the financial activities, everything they will execute in the pre-production server. Okay, so that is so yeah. So pre-production servers. Then production server. Production server, what we will do? So we are going to do, that. live server, right? So we will again we will upload all the master data, all the transaction data in MM, SD, FA, BPM, EWM, every module. So then they will do that. See, this challenges, as I told you, the pre-production server, the parallel run, that is quite challenges because customer is going to test it. So there are so many reports, customized reports, so many forms. Again, some issues will arise. So everything you have to rectify. Again, there is some durations will take for that. So these are all, as a project plan, they have to plan properly. So I think nowadays out of 10, 9 projects is going out of control. Only one projects they are making that to the proper company, like especially Accenture, even not even TCS also, not even they couldn't able to succeed. So most of the companies, because what client says that we are, it's like a dog, we need to run on top of that. Okay, so now, so there is a cutover plan, show and tell session. Second point, there is a show and tell session. So what is that? So we done the configuration. So now we have to demonstrating in our SAP system based on the based on the client requirements. We have to showcase all the process, whatever we configured based on the BPML. You have to demonstrate. Okay. So then there is a cutover plan. So then test execution, right? So we have a three different type of testing. One is unit testing. So as an individual module consultant, so you already have the test scripts for all the BPML, right? So you have 15 process, so 15 test scripts will be there. You have to run the development server. As I told you in development, so golden development, technical, golden development, functional, then testing development. So configure it in golden development, then move the TR from golden development to testing development. SU01, so then you will do the testings. Okay, so now all the process 15 whatever BPML process, so you have to test it. So next one is like a integration testing. So this is more important. Okay, so unit testing is done by individual module consultant. Okay, you yourself you are going to test it. Maybe there is some kind of GL error, maybe there is some kind of runtime dump error. So these are all challenges will be there. But integration testing will be done by integration testing will be done by cross module consultant. Okay, so you have all module people. Suppose you have a MM side, there are you will address what all the integration for MM and FI integration, MM and SD and FI integration, MM and SD and PP and FI integration, MM and SD and EWM integrations, MM and PM integration, MM and PS FI integration. So like that, there are so every process we have to make sure that this process belongs to what are the modules, right? Example, simple example. Let's say there is a consignment procurement. So consignment procurement, what happened based on the customer requirements, so they are going to procure it, then they are going to sell it. So in this case they need MM, they need SD, they need FI. Okay, so now these three modules should be there when we are going to execute. So which server we will execute? There is a integration testing, there is a separate client in quality, so we have to do the testings. Okay, so for that we have to prepare the test scripts, right? Test scripts is more important. Third one is like a user acceptance testing. Okay, this testing will be done by user, right? End user, super user. They will called as a power user. They called as a managers, right? So they are going to run the user acceptance testing. Okay, so we have to provide the system with all the configuration has to be moved, all the master data has to be approved, correct? So all the approval, PO approval, all the workflow, everything has to be configured. Then we have to give the system to them to create the purchase order, create the sales order, create the production order, create the inbound delivery, create the accounts payable, receivable, all the transactions. Okay, maybe they will take it 1 month time, maybe more than 1 month also it will go. So then they will say that we run for a 15 process, there are 15 errors coming. So what are the errors? Then they will rectify. This error belongs to basis, this error belongs to configuration, this error belongs to technical consultant related above error. So everything you have to rectify. Okay, so they will say that so there is a my inbox app. I clicked on the PO. So this PO display is not happening. There is different PO number is displaying. So there are so many ways that we don't know what kind of error is coming, right? This is not our product, right? This is SAP product. So all the surprise, everything will happen during the testing only. Okay, so we talk about user acceptance testing UAT, right? So the realization phase, it's more interesting. So because so many challenges will be there, so we need to other phases also. It's something see every phases there are different deliverables. Okay, So now realization phase, as in a consultant point of view, it's quite easy. We can do the configuration, we can prepare the FS, we can, do the testing and everything. Then test unit testing, integration testing can be done. Give the system to use end user to do the UAT. So these are all the activities will be happening in our realization. So this also, so whatever I'm explaining here, so these are all you as a team they are going to do here. Okay. So nothing is documented here. So nothing is copy paste here. Okay. So whatever system we provide the system, you have to do the configuration, you have to prepare the unit test scripts as to prepare. Based on that, you have to execute all the process. We have a, so execute means MM cannot execute yourself. You need SD consultant, you need FICO consultant. So that is what we have a team. So we are going to execute the projects. So next there is a deployment phase. So this deployment phase we have a cutover activity. So this is again, so we are almost okay. So till now we are pressurized. So now we are okay. So we can able to upload the master data, right? So every module, what are the master data, what are the master data upload strategy, everything we discussed. We already shared the template to the customer. We already uploaded the sample data into the quality server so that user acceptance testing, UAT time, end user everything they have executed. So now whatever we are talking about the UAT, this is 100% perfect data. Okay. So here we cannot upload only partial data. I will upload no. So here there is a two different cutover activities. Okay. One is pre-production cutover activities. Another one is the production cutover activities. So pre-production cutover activities. So as I told you, there is a trial run only. Okay. So they will upload all the data. We will upload it. So if somebody trial run, sometimes they will run all the process and everything, whether they will check the balance sheet, P&L and everything, they will check and verify also, maybe yeah, otherwise directly, but still first we have to upload all the master data, transaction data into the pre-production. Once they upload, then only we have to upload into production server also. Okay. So mostly the cutover activities, it is not like a configuration, how you do the configuration from pre-production to production, that is not possible. So we need to upload separately. Pre-production we have to upload once again, same thing we have to upload once again in production also, right? So we cannot do through TR, we cannot copy paste, or we cannot transfer from pre-production to production server. So run phase, yes, we are under go live now. So we have successfully, completed the project. So client is they are going to execute the business process, day-to-day business process, right? So here we will get hypercare, right? So we talk about what is hypercare. So now suddenly, even though they have tested every level, they tested and everything. So there are some possibility when it comes to production. So every production, every transaction is a challenging. I mean, it's a unique, right? So then they will raise the huge tickets, right? Maybe MM said, I have a PO printout issues, I have a PO creation issues, or I have a GL issues. What all, uh, we don't know. Production system also completely new for us, right? We cannot tested anything in the production system. So now all the tickets will be raised in hypercare support. So that is what the interview also they are asking. Could you tell me what are the hypercare issues you faced? What are the challenges you faced? So these are all you can able to list out. Okay. So that is what the run phases we are going to get it. And what are the deliverables you will do in the clients, right? So now project is almost end. Okay. So what are the deliverables as a consultant you can deliver to customer? So you have to deliver to your blueprint, you have to deliver to your functional specification, you have to deliver to configuration documents, you have to deliver to all the testing documents, right? So so all the user manuals, everything you have to deliver to customer. Okay. So this is what we need to, this is I mean deliver to the customer. So Mara Technologies, what information? So till now, whatever I have explained, maybe is completely new for you, right? So here, in addition to that, integrations. Okay. So why integration is required? Why MM and SDC? These are all interview questions. Could you tell me for that drop shipments? What is the business process? What configuration you have done? So could you explain more on that? What are the challenges you faced? So then MM and SD integration should be there. tables for all the modules. So most of them don't know about tables and all, right? So maybe some people who are already working in testing, so they knows. But here, when you are preparing the RISE object, right? So you know functional specification for forms, reports, interfaces, enhancements, workflow. So you should know about all the tables, all the fields, everything, right? Functional modules you should know. What is a functional module? I can read that item level, header level test. What is a functional module? I can read the spell amount about, you know, let's say for my sales order values amount you want to read it. There are some functional modules, so we will teach you. There are addition the functional modules that during the functional specification about all the forms, reports, enhancement and all. Okay, so then support tickets. So in through Jira tickets also you'll get the additional exposures. You enrolled for implementation projects, but you will be learning for support project also, because hypercare, what all the issues, how we can resolve. So these are all the things you have to prepare in a documented and everything. So then you can easily crack in the technical round interviews also. Okay, so then yeah, you can make so what benefits you will get out of this end-to-end implementation projects? What benefits you will get it? So I spent 2 months. I paid some amount. Okay, let's say they paid 25,000, or maybe I paid for these projects 27. Yeah, 25,000 I have spent for the project. So what output for that? So whether these 25,000, whether which I paid, which I can get any, what output I am getting, what benefits, what is the output of that? See that output for this, that is what I'm telling initially. There is a skills, right? Skills is nothing but just for attending the course. That is not the skills. So skill is nothing but where you can implement it. Okay, so what you can implement unique. See, just for if you given the system, so you should be able to like how the technical consultant they are writing the coding and everything, same way as a functional consultant, you have to with yourself. You have to, whether wherever the configurations, wherever you are not writing any coding, you are not a technical consultant, but you are a consultant. But whatever scenario they are asking in system, you have to try to configure it and you have to showcase. There are 80 percentage it's done, but there are 20 percentage, there is some technical help also required. So for that, how to prepare the FS, how to guide the technical consultant, how to get the output, how to showcase this to customer. So that is what, so we have to more important. So based on this kind of exposures, so if you have this, end of this project, so definitely minimum 3 to 4 years of exposure, you can able to sell your, you can sell your profile to the client. Okay, see, end of the day, purchase and sales concept only, right? They are paying for you because you are working. So otherwise they are not going to pay for you. Okay, so end of the day, so if what is the outcome of this project is, yes, I can sell myself as a 4 years of SAP consultant. So what is the output you will get it? I spent, let's say, for 25,000. So what I can get it 10 lakhs, I can get it 12 lakhs, I can get it 15 lakhs. So this is based on, again, your skills. So how much skills you learn in this implementation projects. Okay. So this is the output you will get it. So definitely there is a fresher, they get it, 8, 10, 12, 3 offers we got it. So definitely you guys are good experienced and relevant experience, so easily you can able to get it more than that also. Okay, so they have charged 27,000, not 25, but anyhow, so you can get special discounts. Maybe whoever is attending for 25,000, you can tell my name, Dhanush. So, real-time scenario discussion, configuration, server access, individual case. Okay, these are all they will take care. Okay. So, end of the day, for this implementation project, only one point you have to ask. So, whether this implementation project, can I get 4 years of exposure? If 4 years exposure, what are all the points which I have explained? So, these points, you please once again you please noting down this. Okay, so maybe you can see so many demos we have recorded, so you can get it. But please make sure that we talk about phase by phase deliverables. So what is that? So what document we need to prepare? How to deliver to customer? So this is what. It's nothing else. Is we are not doing any kind of programming here. Just we are preparing the fit to standard workshop. How to prepare the fit to standard workshop? How to prepare the minutes of meeting for the fit to standard workshop? How to prepare the uh, you know uh, business blueprint, BPD workshop, how to prepare the BPD, how to prepare the RISE object, right? How to prepare the functional specification. So what is forms? What is reports? In my module, how many forms are there? How many reports? Maybe at least reports, so many standard reports, but customized report. How many customized reports I can? There are some clients they are using. Maybe let's say you are meeting with consult, I mean champion. So you can ask them, okay, give me some kind of reports, give me some kind of enhancements. What is enhancements? Okay, so already standard, yeah, let's say there is a invoice verification. I'm just entering, when I'm going to do the invoice verification, let's say there are 100 line item. So 100 line item, let's say for they are entering 100,000. But now, so they are not putting 100,000 because this is the planned. But now when it delivered to the customer, so at the time the 100,000 becomes, 1,10,000. So now this 1,10,000 has to be distributed to all the 100 line item. So there is a possibility how system will distribute. But standard SAP manually you have to go item number 10, okay, put it. Item number 20, you put it. 30, 40, you have to manually you have to Excel adjustment calculation, you have to put it. But how I can able to make it automatically in the invoice verification for all the initially it's showing 1 lakh. But now, 1 lakh, why 1 lakh it is showing? Because PO, GRN, two-way matching is done. But now, when actual vendor invoice is showing that it's 1 lakh 10,000 because there is some changes in the price or something. So now that adjustment has to be done. So automatically there is a development has to be done. So what development? How, what is the baddie bappy we have to be used? So what is the logic we have to use? So this is what the consultant we need to think about that. First, you should know what is that question. You should understand the requirement. Then you have to think about the solutions. First of all, we don't know what is the RISE, we don't know what is enhancements, we don't know how to write the FS. Then we will be like that only. Correct. So next step we have to go further. We have to understand the requirement. Then we have to build the FS functional specification. So then we have to give a solution. Correct. So this is what we have a team. We have a consultant with us, senior consultants, lead consultant with us, and so they are going to help you. So end of the day, how this kind of exposure skills which is going to enlarge. So next level, 4 years experience is going to get it. Based on that, our career also we can get 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, or 15 lakhs package. How we can get it? Okay, this is what the our output should be numbers only. Okay. So I think I finished my demo here. If anybody have any questions, you please ask the questions.
Dhanush, I can see the classes will be started from 14th
Yeah,
of May, right? So till that, we'll be having some configuration sessions
yeah,
for a
good
brush up.
question. Yeah, see here, whoever is joined, so they provided the credentials. I mean, they will help you also. So you have to do the basic configurations. Okay. So some of them will stack up maybe out of 15, let's say 20 process. So 15 process. So another 15, another 5 process. We have a consultant. So they will freely they will connect with you, and you can able to learn during this time also. So no need to wait for till 14th. I have to wait. You can join so as early as possible. So you can also get more exposure during this because this course is very short period, right? Just for 2 months. So if you can join at least 10 days before or something, then definitely you will have additional benefits, and you can also interact with them in addition to the configurations. You can also, I will do some efforts, give me some requirements. So that kind of exposure also you will be getting that.
Then the batch timings which are mentioned, this is the fixed batch
Yeah, this is
timing,
a
right?
fixed because yeah, we cannot adjust anything. This is a fixed timings.
Okay. Got it.
Hello, sir. Yes. Whatever the you have explained, it is very good and it is very informative to us. So my question is, as you mentioned, the duration of this course is
Yeah.
2 months, right? So will this whatever the things you have discussed that will be covered in 2 months with hands-on
See,
experience?
definitely. See, that is what the plan. Project durations, as I told you, the real time the project is 1 year projects. So the if you talk about like
Yeah, yeah,
I mean FICO standard, I mean collecting the business requirement, they will say 1 month, 2 months. So here that 2 months becomes we have a one week for it. Okay. So 1 week we are going, yeah,
yeah.
that is
Okay,
the case
okay,
because
got it.
client side, definitely we have to give some space for them. So, but here I think the same kind of the preparation of
Mm-hmm.
how one process, how we are preparing and showcasing to them, same way all the 15 process we have to do that. So we
Yeah,
cannot
yeah,
keep
got it,
1 week
got it,
for
got
this
it.
requirement study. So we can merge, just 1 week for to complete. So then within 2 months, 100% we can deliver the projects.
Okay, okay. So now my further question is, being a 6 years of experience, and if I undergone this training with Mara Technology, so that means I will portray my resume in the market as I'm having implementation experience with total 6 years of experience, and if I claim that thing, then if I selected in any company, they can assign me the project to work on individually, right? So I must be able to do the things individually. So that kind of the exposure I'm expecting in this training. So is it possible to have such kind of interactive training with this
Yeah,
in
that's
this?
what I told. We have a module specific. We have a consultant. Okay, so it's been like whatever
Mhm.
the skill experience, let's say at least 2 projects you want to add as a implementation project. So what is
Okay.
the concept here is we have a RISE objects. So RISE object is more the 50-60% weightage as a RISE in implementation projects. Okay, configurations, testings, those things and all. Okay, maybe we can say 10-20%. Requirement study, fit to standard workshop, and minutes of meeting, BPD preparation. So those things and all. Yeah, there is a some 30% weightage. But especially for the RISE, I can say definitely 40 to 50 percentage, for RISE objects. So these RISE objects, as I told you initially, so how many forms, how many reports, how many interfaces, how many enhancements, how many interfaces and conversion objects, right? Upload. So these area you have to minimum three objects you have to take it. So how I need to do 3 customized reports, need to do 3 enhancements. So
Okay.
then your
Mhm.
technical skill will be increased. So you will have simultaneously you will have a confidence also. Just I have a as a 3 years 4 years consultant what I do. More than that you will get the exposure in these projects. Yeah.
Got it, got it. And my next question is what is the prerequisite for this training? So means because I'm last 4 years I'm just using working on some customized projects. Means I'm not have even the single T code standard T code in my during my 4 years tenure. So just I just wanted to know what is the prerequisite for to attend
Yeah.
this training. Means I
Yeah.
should have
See,
to
for
brush.
that, yes. So you need to refresh. And here in Mara Technologies, what is the advantage is, so earlier we have focused only for implementation projects. So we find out that out of 10, so 4 to 5 people, so they are lagging in configurations. So to now what we are going
Okay.
to do, the day everybody we are giving configuration training. It's a free, completely free. So because I know most of them they learned or maybe 1 year, 6 months. Most of them, they learned something in new tips, then they practice. But that training will not helpful for that. So we have a concept. So if you join maybe tomorrow, so then some are having they will provide you the cutover as well. So they will teach you on the step by step the calculations and everything. So how to execute all the test.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Thank you. Thanks for
Thank you,
information.
team. Anybody else? Anybody wants to ask any question? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question, Dhanush. Since many of the people's like in the particular session, they are already working somewhere. Like I am also
Yeah.
working somewhere. So in this particular training session, you are going to maybe give us or assign some tasks as well, right?
Definitely.
For
Definitely.
the system
Definitely.
or the yeah. So will we be able to like receive enough time to just maybe implement the particular task, because already we are working, so we'll be needing some time as well, na? But we have short
No,
time
shortly.
as
See,
we have to complete
yeah.
the
See,
entire
suppose
course in
that's what
2 months.
we have a Saturday, Sunday, but daily at least minimum or 1 hour, 2 hours at least you have to spend some time. So it's not like a
Yeah.
very fast. It's like we will give enough time. Maybe if we couldn't do that today, tomorrow, we will
Mm.
give the time. So it's not like today you have to finish. Otherwise, we will go for
Mm.
a new topic. It's not like that. Okay. So mostly
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that you can able to deliver it, and you also get benefit. So for this.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, thank you.